Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Between the Counts. My name is Dhruvi, and I have created this podcast as a safe space where we explore movement, healing, and everything in between. There's something beautiful about watching someone stay loyal to a dream for years, especially in a world where people quit quietly every day. Today's guest is someone I have seen move through dance not just with talent, but with a hunger of learning. The kind that shows up early, stays late, and helps without being asked. Some people dance because they love attention, and some people dance because they love movement. And then there are people like him who dance because they genuinely cannot imagine life without it. From training at Broadway Dance Center to learning from countless instructors, and now to becoming someone the community trusts, respects, and calls first for projects, his journey has slowly turned consistency into reputation that has led him to becoming an instructor at Shamak USA. Guys, I welcome you all to Rishav Agarwal, aka Starboy. That's what I low-key call him, because why not? Hi Rishav, what's up?
Hi. First of all, thank you for having me here. I
Oh,
think the
anytime.
introduction you gave me is too kind, but I think just a little bit about myself.
Yeah, of course.
I came to the US in 2021. I've been dancing since. In the Desi community, I think 2023 is when I got in. I started training with Shamak in 2023, and then I became an instructor in 2025.
Lovely.
And I think I've just been dancing all my life, so I can't really pinpoint when that started.
Yeah.
But I think right now I'm just, trying to grow, trying to train, trying to just give it all.
Yeah, you are doing fabulous. And everybody, like most of us, I would say, in our dance community who I know, who were like common friends of ours, we always applaud and appreciate whatever you
Thank
have
you.
to do or whatever you have been doing. So it's great. Like, I want to learn, like, the way you shuffle, the way you have your hip hop movements. I've messaged you also, teach me.
Done.
तुझे ऐसा लगता है कि मैं यही हूँ लाइक मैं डांस के लिए ही बना हूँ सो व्हाट इज दैट फीलिंग एंड डू यू रिमेंबर द मोमेंट डांस एक्चुअली बिकेम दिस पर्सनल फॉर यू
I think what you said, dance, मैं ही हूँ. I feel like that is what is my identity. Like right now, I feel if there's no dance, there's no me. And if I try to pick a moment, it will be actually pretty late in my life. It will be 2021 when I came here. Because uske pehle I was dancing. I was part of my undergrad dance team. I was part of my high school dance team. And dance was a very big part of my life. But then when I came here, there was a brief moment of like 1 week when I was here where I was like, okay, it's masters, it's a new college, I will focus on studies and job and stuff like that, and I might take a break from dance.
Yeah.
That 1 week was the hardest week of my life, where I decided that okay, I think I can't have I can't live without dance, and that's when I joined the hip hop dance team of my college. And that's where it started. That's where I navigated the entire dance journey, where I was like, I don't think I can do without dance, I don't think I want to do without dance. And then it just continued.
Wow, that was a really beautiful oversight of whatever you gave us. So tell me this one thing. What did training in Broadway Dance Center teach you? And you have learned from so many different instructors, so many different styles, and hip hop has so many different variations to it. And you've learned it so commendably. So I'm pretty sure you put so many hours in learning that. So, what did training in BDC and various instructors in different spaces teach you? Not just technically, but also mentally. Like, how do you lock in?
I think so. I go to classes in Perry Dance. I go to classes in Broadway Dance Center. I go to classes in I Love Dance, and these are all training classes. I think New York has a way of humbling you. The moment you feel like okay, you have achieved it, you enter these one of the classes, and you'll feel like okay, I have a long way to go. And I think that's an overwhelming feeling, but that's also something very freeing, because then you know that you have so much to learn. You see other people who are probably in a very different journey than yours. It's very hard not to compare, but also you have to realize they are in a very different journey. Some people are full time, some people are doing this for passion, some people are just training. That was like probably the fourth class of the day, right? And then I come in and I'm trying to just match that step, and I'm trying to just learn from whatever they give me. I feel like mentally you have to just remember that you're here for training. No one is judging you. The instructor is not judging you. You probably will be the worst in the class. But the thing is, no one cares. No one cares, because everyone is just there to build themselves. And that's what you need to do. I have gone to a class where after 2 hours, I have gotten probably like 5 steps. And in my head, I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Why are my limbs not moving? Why is my body not moving? But after the class, I actually got very free, because I'm like, okay, I know what my path is. I know that I just need to train now. If I can't do this, I will go to like a second round of this. I'll go like three more instructors. I'll go to three more classes. And that is a very, very freeing feeling where you don't have to think about your clothes. You don't have to think about your videography. You don't have to
Yeah.
think about what 99% of the time when I go to these classes, I don't know the choreography. I don't know what song it is. I just go and I'm surprised by, oh, this is the steps I'm doing. These are the song that's going to be played. And
Oh.
it is very freeing when you have no stress about anything else, just dancing. It's just pure dancing.
Yeah.
So I feel like the only way to lock in there is just think about, you're here to have fun, you're here to train, and after these 2 hours, even if you get like one step, that's good enough for today. So I think
That's
that what
awesome.
helps.
Oh, that's really great. And I kind of believe it. Like, people they always expect something to be dropped before they start taking classes, but there is a magic in knowing the unknown. Your mindset is great. So, who is this? The person who you look up to, who has given you this kind of a mindset?
I think I don't think I can credit one person, because I feel like every single instructor that I've ever had throughout my journey, in Shamak, outside Shamak, I feel like it's all been built because of that. Even back in India, when I was dancing with one of the instructors, it was always just about dancing. It was never about the song. It was never about the
Yeah.
choreography. It was just about training, and that came here. And then when I joined Shamak, I feel like training became the baseline. Like I don't think there was a class, even like a workshop or anything. There was a baseline of training there. And then when I started going to Broadway dance, or started going to Pay dance, and I started late. There are people who've been doing that since ages. I started pretty
Yeah.
late in my New York journey, and I'm still trying to figure out, trying to make that time, I try to go to like 2 or 3 classes a week there, and they tell you to take the basic groove, and that entire idea of training, and then you do like 3 classes. In the fourth one, you see improvement. By default, you understand that it has to be all about training. You train, fun will come, consistency will
Yeah.
come, and the mindset has to be towards training.
Yeah, definitely. That is so true. So true. And I've always seen you, like, you push yourself so much in class. Like, I've seen you in SPB class. I've seen you in any kind of like training class that I've taken with you. You're always giving your best. And seeing someone do that motivates other people to kind of get brushed off by their energy. So keep doing that. And I admire that about you, that you genuinely have so much energy and so much experience now, that you show up for everyone, like whether it's helping with projects for people who are trying to film videos, to make something, to create something different, like supporting in rehearsals also. If there's any pop-up class, you are always there to take everyone's video and you cheer them so loud, and it's so cool to watch that. You always stay back to teach people, so it's like you just help without asking, and which is very natural and very nice of people to do it in this generation. So keep doing that, man. Kudos to you. And honestly, that kind of reputation, it cannot be faked. It is coming from your heart, because this kind of talent, it really needs to get attention, and you are getting that. So, bro, the path that you're building for yourself is just going to go higher and higher
Thank
always.
you.
So tell me this, instead of just focusing on yourself, what do you think about community focus when it comes to dancing?
I think, especially now, especially in the age of social media and everything, I feel like dancers are looking for community. Even though there is competition, even though there is this thing of like, oh, who's doing it better, who's dressing up better, who's getting the steps better, I feel like every single person who comes to a class comes with the idea of a community. Especially if you see in New York City, the Desi dance community, it thrives on on the basis of community. Even
Yeah.
something like as simple as making one reel, that's still community. You go to a class, there's 50 people, you meet one person, you make a reel, that's community. I don't think dancers, of course everyone's training, everyone's journey is different, but at the end of the day, people want people, right? And that comes from the community. You dance with like a few people, there's an energy transfer, right? It's not just about, oh, I'm making a video. It's
Yeah.
about that enjoyment. It's about, oh, I can learn from them, they can learn from me. It's about, it's just fun to be in that presence of like where you're just connected with each other, right? And I feel like dance community, you see videos from India, you see videos here as well. I feel like I don't think dance community will ever go away, because
Yeah.
even as an instructor, right, you want that community to be there, right? Because when you're teaching, you have like, even if that community means two people, I'm
Yeah.
not saying community has to be like 50 people, even if that means two people, be in a class with just you're teaching two people, and it's amazing to just have that energy around. So I
Yeah.
don't think dancers will ever leave community, because I think that is what makes them also want to grow.
Yeah, definitely. That is so well said. And now that you've become an instructor at Shamak USA, which is such a full circle moment. You started training there and now you're an instructor there. That's so cool. And because at one point you're also like the student who was looking up to your instructors, and now there are students who are looking up to you. So how did that transition feel emotionally?
I think I'm still a student who's looking up to my instructor, even when I'm teaching with them. And I feel like that transfer was, I feel like it was overwhelming, of course, but in a good way. It was intimidating, but in a good way. When I was assisting my instructors, like the senior instructors in Shamak USA, right? Through all this, like it's been like one year, 5 months or something like that. I've just observed them. Even when I was learning from them, I've observed them, and that entire feeling of like having my own students, students being like, okay, I want to learn from him. That gives you a very very positive feeling. I think just last week I took a class, which was not my regular class, and they messaged me after a week saying, I learned from you when you were an assistant, and then I learned this solo class from you, and I loved it. That message made my day because it was about me. It was not about okay, I'm just assisting or I'm just like with someone. It was about how I'm teaching of who I am as an instructor, right? And that feeling, and it's all come from all the senior instructors at Shamak US, right? They have made me who I am in this space, and I will always be grateful for them. So that's what I'm saying. I will always learn from them. That feeling emotionally, mentally, everything, it's very very satisfying to just be in the space, being able to give, being able to see your whatever you know, whatever you've learned, and then just pass on to like kids, like 4-year-old kids or like 50-year-old adults, right? It's amazing.
Yeah, like potential meeting creativity and
100%.
stepping up on that learning ladder. It's just, I don't know, it's just a very very good feeling, and also it keeps you going. It wants you to
100%.
make better things. Do you get like burnout from all this pressure? Feel hota hai?
I think the pressure, I'm not saying pressure is not there. It's always there. There's pressure. And I have also succumbed to it, right? There's pressure of like, okay, you have the next class. If you're teaching like 5 classes in a week, there will be pressure. If you're making videos, there is this social media pressure of like
my God, yeah.
reels and views and stuff like that. Kitne likes, kitne views, who's sharing, who's not sharing, right? There's this thing, oh, I go to a class. What if I'm not good enough? And especially when you see people filming every single class and all, you get the pressure, oh, I have to make sure that, because social media paints a very beautiful picture of everything, right? You never post the steps you've missed. You only post like the 10th thing that you did,
Yeah.
right? So no one knows what goes behind that. But I feel like, and which has helped me, is like you take a step back, you go to that one class that is just about dancing. You do that one freestyle dance where you play the music and you just go. I think it was like 2 a.m. or something. I played music. I went to my studio and I just danced. I didn't care about recording. I didn't care what I was wearing. I didn't care what song was playing. I was just dancing. That takes the pressure off you, because you at that point you realize that, oh, it's just dance and me. At the end of the day, it's always just dance and me. It's not about others. It's not about no one's putting that pressure on you. It's you're the one who's putting that pressure, right?
Yeah.
You are the one who's checking kitna views hai. You are the one who's checking kitna likes hai. And I'm not saying that's wrong or anything. Of course, it's validating. It builds your social media presence. It makes you relevant in the social media industry. Fair, 100%. Do what needs to be done, but don't take it as a pressure, because at the end of the day, it has to be just you and dance, right?
Yeah,
And that's what it is.
It's how the world works now.
Exactly.
And it's so cool that you mentioned it, like you dancing in an empty space at 2 a.m. randomly, just moving your body to
Exactly.
whatever random music. I've mentioned that in one of my podcasts. I have mentioned that in like my second or third episode. It was an activity, and truly it feels very liberating. The amount of training you take is what is going to show in your dancing. So
100%.
that's amazing that you're doing all these things and motivating others to do it too. But the best part that I like about you is that you always keep yourself sane. I don't know how you do it, but never lose this spark in this hustling, busy world. Pressure, no pressure, it's okay, but just be you.
Yes. Thank you.
All right, we are going to start with a fun rapid fire session. So, one style you wish you could master overnight.
I think any classical dance form,
Any
because
classical-
I have just huge respect for their training. I have huge respect for the way they do what they do, and I definitely can't do it. But and of course, it can never happen overnight. But if I could, I think it will be a classical dance
Right.
form.
Favorite dance class you have ever taken in the past 2 weeks?
Past 2 weeks, okay. I took James Co at Very Dance. It was very very liberating, and I say favorite because that was my third or fourth class with him ever, and I started James like probably like within a month or something. And my first class was really really bad because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not able to perform. But this one I felt really confident. I felt really nice about it. So I think that would be it.
Lovely, lovely. Most chaotic rehearsal memory.
I think it has to be when I dislocated my elbow.
I knew it. You were going to mention it.
That was the first class of SPV. It was within the first hour, I did a jump. My left elbow came out. We had 911. We went to the
Oh my
hospital. It was the.
God.
I don't think anything can beat the chaos that time. But just
Crazy.
I would also say that that was a very big community moment because every single person, there was like 15, 16 people in class. Every single person stayed for like 5 hours after this happened, and they were sitting outside the hospital for like at least 3 hours while I came with my elbows fixed and everything.
Oh, that is so
So that was a
sweet.
very big community moment, but
That
also the most chaotic rehearsal.
your go-to dance step. You have to do this and show it to us.
Go to dance step.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Go-to dance step. Whatever you do every time in a dance.
Variations probably like boom, boom.
Gosh, that is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Wow, what a variation. We love that. I got the footwork. Hopefully I'll learn it at home.
Done.
Your dance role model who you'd always want to be like.
I think I can never choose one person. I feel like it's every single instructor I've ever had. It's every dancer. To be honest, it's every dancer I see in in different journeys and everything. So I don't think I can ever choose one person. I look at videos from India and I see like, oh, probably I want to learn this style and then I want to move like them. Then I train here and I'm like, the way they are teaching, the way they are training, the way they're saying things, I want to be that. I want my own version of it, but I want to just get what they're giving me. And yeah, I think role model, it's very difficult because I think every moment of my life I've had someone.
Lovely. So when you were a kid, who would you look up to? Like किसको देख के ऐसा लगता था यार इसके जैसा डांस करना है?
It's a very cliche answer probably, but like Hrithik Roshan has to be. I feel I still like I think I will
Oh,
always be in
lovely
awe
man.
of the way he moves. But I think that was that celebrity kind of a thing. But then when I started dancing and training, I feel like every time I used to go to class, I would be like, this instructor, I want to be that. So
Lovely. That's nice. Thank you, Rishabh, for giving such honest answers for your rapid fire. It was a fun one.
yes.
And I think that there's something in today's generation that really needs to hear this. Like you do not build a respected name in like a day or two. You have to work for it. You have to train for it day and night if you really want to be something in this dance community. Be stubborn. Be the person. Be a go-getter. कि हाँ यार मेरे को चाहिए ये मैं तो करके रहूंगी या मैं तो करके रहूंगा. So just be that person and don't be shy to talk to anyone. Don't be shy to ask someone from any help that when you go to the class. Like, you never know. You'll find someone like Risha who's going to help you. And yeah, this is how beautifully we are going to end today's podcast with our star boy. So thank you so much, Risha, for being here. But before we go, do you want to say one last message to the dance community, to the people about dancing and healing? Like what is it that today's generation should keep in mind when it comes to dancing that should not stress them out but also feel like healing? Like, how you always have your mind super cool, calm. How to do that?
I think just dance. I think whatever works for you, understand that. I talked about training because that is what is important to me. It might not be important to you, and which is okay. You might have a different journey. You might have a different mindset, which is fair, right? You might want to just dance just to have fun.
Yeah.
Do that. You want to just go for like one class in a month. Do that.
Yeah.
Just don't ever. I don't think anyone should ever leave dancing. It's a core part of our life, and in whatever shape or form, in whatever way you want to be part of it, be that. And I think just dancing in general will always be a healing thing, and people should just take that. So I think that's the message I want to give. And I also want to say one last thing, like Dhruvi, what you're doing with this podcast is just amazing.
Thank you.
It is because of the dance community thing, and I see how you observe this dance community, because even this podcast, the questions you have asked and everything, it is curated to me, which I was not expecting, to be honest, because I'm like, she has observed everything that I've done, which is amazing. And I've seen all your other podcasts as well. You have observed, you've clicked in every workshop what works, what doesn't, and that's amazing that you're doing this. So
Thank
just
you.
keep
Thank
doing
you
it.
so much. It really means a lot. Thank
course.
you. I try to do my best. I try to observe because, I'm a quiet girl like that when it comes to classes. Recently, I've started speaking so much, but observation matters. And I want to take this in the most positive way as possible. But I also want to keep it very chill. Like, as if we are like conversing heart to heart as friends, or just two people crazy about dance. That's
Yes.
all right, guys. So the world always falls in love with a stubborn heart, and we have Rishav here who has been stubborn since day one. So yeah, keep training, keep dancing, just spread happiness in the world. Lock in, lock out, whatever you want to do with dance. It's just having fun. And if you're looking for training, contact Rishav because he is your guy who is going to give you a whole list of people, classes in New York, New Jersey, wherever you want to go. you have gotten the right person. Thank you, Rishav, for
Thank you.
coming to Between the Counts. I really appreciate you being here today. Bye, guys. Have a good one, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.